You're watching Mirror Now. Thank you for joining us. Mumbai votes on the 29th of this month. That's Monday. And one of the very interesting battles that will take place in Mumbai is for the Northwest Mumbai constituency. Priya Dutt will take on Poonam Mahajan for that constituency. Priya Dutt joins us right now to answer a few questions about what she offers right now to voters in order to win this election. Priya Dutt, candidate for Northwest constituency of Mumbai from the Congress party. Welcome to this conversation and thank you for joining us. Priya, my first question to you as soon as we have you on. Okay. All right, we're going to just try and get Priya, linked with us as quickly as possible. There seems to be some problem really with the audio. But Lok Sabha Elections 2019, the mood of Maharashtra right now. The questions that we have to ask is if the Congress NCP can dent the Shiv Sena BJP alliance. Now, remember, the Shiv Sena and the BJP have had a very strong sort of grip over the city of Mumbai for many, many years. This is an alliance that goes back 2 decades, and their reign over Mumbai has gone back 2 decades as well. The Shiv Sena and the BJP alliance at this point control the city of Mumbai, the state of Maharashtra, and are also in the national government. Now, there are several issues that the citizens of Mumbai are going to be looking at or looking towards. Mainly and front and forward will be infrastructure, which is coming out of several deaths that have occurred across the country because of bad infrastructure, including the latest, which was the bridge that collapsed outside VT station or Chhatrapati Shivaji station, causing the death of 6 people and injuring several others. The citizens of Mumbai obviously are in desperate need of an infrastructure overhaul. Let me just check and see if we have Priya Dutt with us right now. Ms. Dutt, if you can hear me, good afternoon and welcome to this conversation. It is, of course, a pleasure to talk to you, and I wish you very good luck for the contest up ahead. I just wanted to start off by asking you, of course, the Northwest constituency that you are currently battling for is a constituency in desperate need of an infrastructure overhaul. The traffic, the lack of perhaps cleanliness, and the havoc that is being wreaked right now by the metro constructions in Northwest, Mumbai is tremendous. What are your solutions for Northwest Mumbai if you were to win this election?
I'm actually in North Central, not Northwest. And but we have very similar issues in North Central as well. And lot of infrastructure work that has started very haphazard manner, not even in a phased manner really. And so yes, there is a huge need for reorganization. But now what the works which you see, which have already begun, you can't really do much about that. But, and the traffic situation has made it much worse. My constituency goes from Bandra to Chandivali and Kurla, which again, really, really bad where traffic is concerned. Though we've also had new infrastructure before 2014, which was the SCLR, which made, was made to ease traffic, but that again has become congested. So I completely understand this, but I believe that the more roads, highways you make, it's really not going to help because you're bringing in as many cars every year into the city.
So what is the solution then if it's not more roads and highways, Ms. Dutt?
Because first of all, there has to be proper urban planning. We will have to build flyovers over flyovers. We have to have some limitations also of how many cars are coming into the city. The city is not able to take that many anymore. We've seen other countries doing it. We've seen cities like Manhattan, Singapore doing it. So we have to kind of think out of the box and relook at, other options as well. Strengthen our public transport system, in a better way. And I think these are the solutions we can begin with.
Well, the constituency that
I've also noticed we give...
Yes.
Sorry.
is also home to a lot of slums, slums that perhaps need solutions at this point.
Yes.
Do you have solutions right now for
Sure.
the slums that fall in your constituency?
Yes, yes. I think that's something which we were focusing on right from the beginning, and especially with rehabilitation and of these slums, so that we free up more space. And you know that SRA is something which was implemented many years ago, and today a lot of SRA projects have been stalled because this was in partnership with the slum dwellers and the builders. So builders have put up their hands because most of them have lost their money and have no money to continue a project. So that's just stalled. People are living out on the streets without any money and with their homes broken. Secondly, I think we have to look at rehabilitation even for infrastructure projects. So, and have to get the government involved in a better way rather than private developers.
Well, if we look at the entire infrastructure right now, Mumbai is just reeling from the collapse of the bridge outside of VT station. We've had several deaths over the last several years because of poor infrastructure, flooding in the city, bad urban planning. And there is a general sense that even though Mumbai pays, it lifts a heavy burden of taxes for the country, it doesn't get the attention it deserves. Now, what would your plan be for the city? Because at the end of the day, the state government and the city government remain the same, but MPs have a role to play. What would your plan be to improve the livability of this city, the public safety in this city?
See, when you talk about infrastructure where railways is concerned, when you talk about bringing in funds for infrastructure development, as an MP, of course, we will do that. We've done that before. But we have to really focus on the corporation, which is the richest corporation, and where is the money going? And in fact, if they utilize the money well, we wouldn't be seeing this kind of situation in the city of Mumbai. Roads are being broken and remade every single year. Potholes are being made and remade every single year. It's not needed if money is utilized well. You have, even with the bridge collapse, it was a blacklisted contractor, which there is no accountability to, was brought back as the contractor again. So I think you have to really look at the corruption in that level to ensure that Mumbai gets good infrastructure on the ground level. Large infrastructure like flyovers and things like that is something which can happen, which is happening through the funds and through the funds which are brought in from Delhi by Member of Parliaments. But on ground, what is affecting the people the most is what is happening through the corporation.
Ms. Dutt, every MP gets what is known as an MP LAD, which is a fund of 5 crore rupees a year to use to develop the location that you have been elected from. So it's the local development fund. What would you use your 5 crore rupees a year for?
5 crore rupees in 6 assembly constituency is very, very little money. But of course, we have to divide it in 6 assembly constituencies. And the money doesn't come directly to an MP, it comes via Mahada. And we have to send in a list of works to Mahada. They give you the budget as to how much each thing will cost, and that's how the money is spent. So in my tenure, we did a lot of work with little infrastructure in the slums, you know, the nalas, the gutters, which were not happening otherwise. Then you're talking about Cart Road Promenade, Bandstand Promenade, with the help of funds which were utilized along with the MLA funds, corporation funds, as well as MP funds. So we have to club in the funds. Unless an MP decides that 5 crores I'll spend at the end of the year for one project. But I don't think that is something which is doable, because then you have to reach out to all your constituencies. You have to reach out to where really the need is and what is the requirement of the people. And every time I have spent my funds, I have spent it in consultation with the civil society, with people who are the affected people there.
Well, I was looking at your personal manifesto that you've put out. You've talked about how you support the Women's Reservation Bill, but you've also talked about
Yeah.
how you support 33% reservation for women in government jobs. Now, at a time when the government is actually contracting its services and replacing more and more people with software so that there's less intervention, if we bring in a 33% reservation for women, we can only do it if we increase the number of government jobs by 33%. Otherwise, we'll effectively be firing people from their jobs. What is the solution for that? How can we? How do you plan to support this without a solution?
I believe that there is enough space for more jobs in the government. There are a lot of places in the government which are vacant, which have not been even people have not even been hired, and I think those are the spaces which we must fill and relook at everything. Because when you look at more digital solutions in the government offices today, that doesn't mean you're doing away with jobs. I think there is also other levels where you can create jobs. So I think that is something which we have to look at. But the 33% reservation for women in government jobs is going to be a very big step forward for women.
You also supported a lot of things that are in the Congress manifesto, one of which is if there is a startup for the first 3 years, there will be no permissions required whatsoever. Now, this I'm assuming will be very interesting specifically for your constituency, which includes Bandra, that has a lot of startups and a lot of restaurants. What does this mean?
Yeah.
Because you need building clearances, you need fire NOCs, you need excise duty clearance, excise government clearances, there are state clearances, there are central clearances. This is a blanket sort of wipe of all clearances. How would this work?
See, there are startups of various levels, just not restaurants. I think there are youngsters who are looking at setting up small businesses. And I think it's to make their lives easy. I know how difficult it is to set up a business because you have 101 permissions to take, you have 101 things to do, you're paying bribes to people to get something passed, or things like that. But I think it gives them a chance to take off and really see how it progresses, because half the way these kids even give up because they don't know how to fight the system. So I think this is a great push for the youngsters who are looking at starting small businesses.
If I'm not mistaken, Ms. Dutt, did you also at one point say you hope to legalize or you support the legalization of marijuana?
Medical marijuana, just medical marijuana, which is very important for especially pain management in our country, especially for cancer patients. And it's not like marijuana, but it is a component of marijuana which is used for pain management.
Especially in a country like ours that's facing a severe drug problem right now in several states, wouldn't that be used as a gateway, or wouldn't that be, then...
Not at all.
How would you prevent it from being used as a gateway drug?
Like I said, it is not marijuana. It is not something which gets you high. It's a component of marijuana which is used for pain management, especially in cancer patients. And I personally, who've gone through the whole process of drug addiction in my family, would never promote something like free-for-all drugs. And though many countries have done that, I don't propagate it very openly in this way, because I know what our country is not ready for it right now. When people are getting hooked on even cough syrup, that is something which we have to be very careful about.
Ms. Dutt, you represent a party right now which claims to be very pro-women, but you've just seen the incidents of Priyanka Chaturvedi, who quit the party, joined the Shiv Sena, by that extension the NDA alliance, because the Congress party, by its own admission, brought back people who had misbehaved with her and who had effectively harassed her. For a party that, and I know that your party doesn't have an ICC, you don't have a mechanism to address sexual harassment within the party, and you've lost one of your lead voices in front of the media to precisely this. How can the party claim to be pro-women when you don't even have an ICC internally to address sexual harassment problems?
I agree. I think that's something which we haven't, we should be focusing on. And I think especially when we want more women to come into politics, that's something we have to take very seriously. And I don't even agree with taking back such people who have misbehaved with a woman just for political reasons as well. So yeah, my stand is very clear on that, that I think women, if need to be brought into politics, must be protected, and their voices should be heard, and it should be
But Ms. Dutt, when Priyanka
The issue should be
Chaturvedi
addressed.
was talking about this, none of the women in the party came forward to support her. There was silence from all of the women in the Congress party, Priyanka Gandhi downwards. Why was there silence?
I think it was not, the silence was not about what the issue was. It was about how she left. And she left to join a party which was completely opposite to the ideology she belonged to. So I think that was the reason. It was not about addressing her issue and those people coming into the party. So I think that was the reason. I had spoken to her, and I definitely gave her my support on that, if she had left the party for those reasons.
You yourself were very reluctant to contest this election. It was a fairly late announcement that you were in fact going to contest. What changed? Why were you reluctant to begin with, and what changed your mind?
I was very busy actually with my work, and that I was traveling a lot because of my work, and we were working in various areas of India and outside the boundaries of my constituency. So that kept me very busy, and also gave me a great balance between my family and myself, and I was enjoying my work very much. And therefore I said I'll take a break from electoral politics and concentrate on my foundation and my kids. And that way I would have enough time to really, push it and grow with it. And why I changed my mind was because I felt that there was a need for change, a desperate need for change in the country, and a lot of pressure from the people, a lot of pressure from my family, all saying that each one had to do their bit to bring about change if we wanted that change so badly. And that's how I decided that if this is a platform I get an opportunity in, I should take it and fight the election.
There has been a series of celebrities entering politics last minute, perhaps to just garner votes. In your party as well, Urmila Matondkar has been brought in. Do you believe the celebrity netas work? Because it's a checkered past. I mean, your father was a celebrity neta, but he's been widely accepted as a very successful politician. But do you believe that celebrity netas actually work for political parties and work for people, more importantly?
I think you can't generalize it. I think you need to look at individuals, and they may be celebrities, they may be artists, they may be whoever, but it depends on how they take this profession and how seriously they take this profession and how much they want to give to it. So I think we have to just wait and watch.
Right. There is talk about whether or not, the Congress NCP will be able to wrestle Mumbai from the BJP Sena. The BJP Sena have had a grip on Mumbai for a very long time. What do you believe your chances are? And what do you think in your offering would help you, if at all, break away the city from the opposition in your case?
How would it help me if we break away from?
My question is, Mumbai has always been a stronghold of the Shiv Sena and the BJP. What is your party doing right now?
Right.
In order to win Mumbai back?
Oh, I think we are doing all we can, and we are putting in all our efforts to see we get all 6 seats. I think everyone is working very hard, and we are hoping to do very well.
All right, Ms. Dutt, I wish you very good luck for your upcoming battle. I'll remind our viewers, Mumbai votes on the 29th, which is Monday morning. I'd encourage everyone in the city to please go out and vote and not take advantage of the long weekend to travel out of the city. Make your presence felt. As citizens, only once in 5 years we get an opportunity to do so. Priya Dutt contesting against Poonam Mahajan, and we've also invited Poonam Mahajan to the channel to tell us what she's offering the city of Mumbai. If you have questions for any of your candidates, feel free to get in touch with us. Stay with Mirror now for more news and updates.